Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today we will talk about the hornbills of India. So let's get started. Our number one is Malabar Pied Hornbill. It's a striking medium-sized hornbill with large creamish bill and very prominent black and yellow casque. It has a black head and neck, black orbital skin, white eye ring, black-white tipped wings, white underparts, and females are smaller with pale blue orbital skin that turns pinkish in breeding seasons. Its size is about 65 cm and its voice is a loud kek kek kek. Its scark endemic breeding resident is in foothills of western and eastern Ghats and also in Sri Lanka, where it is commoner, but probably overlaps in north central India with the Oriental Pad Hornbill, and its habitat is open forests and groves, particularly fishes and other fruiting trees on hillsides. Next is Great Indian Hornbill. It has a black face, back and underbody, two white bars on black wings, white neck, lower abdomen and tail. It also has broad black tail band and a huge black and yellow beak with enormous concave topped casque distinctive. In this species, females are slightly smaller and sexes are alike. It is seen in pairs or small parties, occasionally in large flocks. Mostly it is arboreal, feeding on fruiting trees, plucking fruits with tip of bill, tossing it up and catching it in the throat and swallowing. It may settle on ground to pick up fallen fruits. It also has a noisy flight, alternation of flapping and gliding, and it is less undulating than in other hornbills. Its size is about 100 cm and its voice is calls including loud and deep barking and a loud talk sound at feeding sites, and it is audible from considerable distance. Its range is throughout the lower Himalayas east of Uttarakhand up to about 1800 meter. Another population exists in western Ghats and its habitat is forest. Next is Indian Grey Hornbill. It is the smallest of the Indian hornbills with overall grey-brown plumage, large curved beak with casque diagnostic and long graduated tail with tipped black and white. Male has reddish brown eyes and black orbital skin, whereas female has dark brown eyes and red brown orbital skin. Casque is smaller in females. It is seen in pairs or in small parties and sometimes in large gatherings. Mostly it is arboreal but descends to pick fallen fruits or lizards, and it feeds along with frugivorous birds on fruiting trees, and it is very noisy and has an undulating flight. Its size is about 50 cm and its voice is noisy but normal call a shrill squealing note and also other squeals and screams. Its range is almost throughout India up to about 1500 meters in the Himalayas, but it is absent in arid northwestern regions and heavy rainfall areas of southern western Ghats, and its habitat is forests, orchards, tree-covered avenues and vicinity of habitations. Next is Rough-necked Hornbill. It is a large impressive hornbill with dramatic downward curved bill. Male has rufous head and underparts, bright turquoise orbital skin and red chin pouch. The terminal half of tail are white. An immature has rich rufous head, neck and most of underparts. Female has black head and underparts, and these species are arboreal, feeding mainly on fruit, and it nests as other hornbills. Its size is about 100 cm and its voice is called a deep, single, far-crying staccato walk. It's globally threatened but rare breeding resident is present in northeastern hill forests, and its habitat is primary forests. Next is Oriental Pad Hornbill. It is similar to Malabar Pad, but tail is much black with white face patch, wing tips, which is seen in flight, and tips to outer tail feathers, with black throat and breast and white underparts. The black and yellow beak with large casque differentiated it with the Malabar Pied Hornbill. The sexes are alike, but female is slightly smaller than the male. It is seen in small parties, occasionally collecting into several dozen birds on favorite fruiting trees, and associates with other birds. It is arboreal but often feeds on ground, hopping about. Its size is about 60 centimeter and its voice is calls include loud cackles and screams, also rapid pack, pack, pack. Its range is throughout the Haryana and Uttarakhand to extreme northeast. It is also seen in eastern Ghats, south to Bastar and northern Andhra Pradesh. And its habitat is forests, orchards and groves. Next is Narcondam hornbill. It is the largest hornbill with green glossy black body and white tail. It is the only hornbill occurring on Narcondam Islands. Like small version of rufous-necked hornbill, but lacks black at base of tail and has bluish-white pouch. The male has rufous head and neck with yellowish-white bill with crimson at base. The female has all black head and neck and iris dark olive brown rather than reddish as in males. Its size is about 50 centimeter and its voice is called a cackling ka 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 ka. Its resident is an endemic to Narcondam Island, which is in Andaman Islands, and its habitat is mature forests. Next is brown hornbill, which is also known as Austin's brown hornbill. It is a medium-sized hornbill with dark brown upper parts and bright rufous brown underparts. The male has white on head and neck sides, with large pale bill and small keel-shaped casque, pale blue orbital patch, whitish cheeks, throat and upper breast, white tips to tail and primaries, which is visible in flight. Whereas female has paler underparts, pale brown tips to wing coverts, and pinkish orbital skin. Its size is about 60 to 75 cm and its voice is noisy but normal, call a shrill squealing note, also other squeals and screams. Its range is almost throughout India up to about 1500 meters in the Himalayas, and it is absent in arid northwestern regions and heavy rainfall areas of southwestern Ghats. And its habitat is forest, orchards, tree-covered avenues and vicinity of habitations. Next is Malabar grey hornbill. It's a medium-sized hornbill with dark grey upper parts and supercilium with blackish crown and eye stripes, rufous bill graduating to yellow tip. It also has paler grey streaked underparts with dark grey upper parts. It also has greyish brown wings with carpal patch and white tipped primaries and tail with cinnamon bend, whereas female has black bill base. It is similar to Indian grey hornbill but distinguished by darker grey and no crest on bill. It feeds high in trees on fruits and small invertebrates, and it nests in trees holes. Its size is about 45 cm and its voice is very noisy with squealing laughing cry. Its range is local endemic breeding resident in Western Ghats, and its habitat is restricted to open, broad-leaved Western Ghat forests. Next is Red Hornbill. It is a black hornbill with completely white tail. The male has white face, chestnut crown and nape with red orbital patch and yellow pouch with black stripe, whereas female has blue pouch and black head. The female seals itself into tree holes while male hornbill feeds female and chicks through narrow slit. It feeds mainly on fruits traveling in, and sometimes it is seen in large parties to favored sites, and it roosts communally. Its size is about 80 cm and its voice is call aloud cook quack and wings make whooshing sounds in flight. Its fairly common breeding resident is in northeastern plains and in foothills, and its habitat is forests with fruiting trees. Our last number is Sri Lanka grey hornbill. It's a large hornbill with dark grey upper parts and scaly effect on back. The male has cream colored bill while female has dark grey pattern on bill. The head, forehead, crown and nape are brownish grey, finely streaked paler, slightly bushy crest hanging over nape, pale grey neck, chin and throat greyish white underparts with except pale buff vent and undertail coverts. It is similar to Malabar grey hornbill as it lacks casque but has white throat and foreneck, and its outer tail and underparts turn whiter with age. Its size is about 45 cm and its voice is called aloud ka, ka, kaka, kaka, or kok, 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 or ko, ko, ko. And its range is endemic resident in lowlands and lower hills, and it is more frequent in lowlands and in dry zones of Sri Lanka only. And its habitat is in forest and well wooded areas. So that it is for today, guys. So meet you in another video. Please like this video and subscribe my channel, and also share this video to your friends. So meet you in another video. Bye.